All right, everyone. Ederson is done. It has been confirmed by Fabrizio and David Ornstein. The here we go has been given, and we'll talk about it being a done deal in this video. Welcome back to the channel. I am recovering from the flu, so excuse my voice for being a bit hoarse, but nevertheless, we have to keep things moving. We keep things going. We do it anyway, regardless of how we feel. So we are here and we can talk about Manchester United and Michael Carrick's first signing since he has become permanent head coach. Now we know Ederson came from Atalanta. We know that he's not going to the World Cup, even though he is Brazilian. And these things are okay. He's in the prime of his career. He is 26. And we know he's not going to be that first choice midfielder coming in to sit next to Kobe Mainu. He's going to improve the flow of the squad. He's going to be that backup option and a player that can start in certain games. He has Champions League experience. We know that he is quite good in the tackle, has lots of energy to cover ground in order to help the rest of the team, and he has an eye for a pass going forward and can finish quite well when finding these opportunities to do so. So you're not going to be getting super excited. Me, myself, I'm not really getting excited for the signing. And normally, when Manchester United do sign a player, you want to be excited. You want to think, all right, who's coming in next? But this time around, there needs to be a bit of proper thinking involved with how we look at signings. We can't be always wanting the top signings, the star boys, as they say. We need to find players that will also be there when those players are not available, and that is where Edison comes in. And we need to build a squad if we want to compete in four competitions come next season. We can't just rely on having a first choice player and then the backup player is an academy player or a player that is not good enough. Like we had a situation when Casemiro is not available, you have Ugarte or Mason Mount in the latter stages playing in that defensive position, which definitely is a massive drop in quality. So Ederson, I'm happy. He's a player that will give us something in games where we play lesser opposition, in Champions League games where we maybe don't have that experience in midfield. He certainly has that. He's been one of Atalanta's key players and has shown a great improvement in terms of his ability and his form. So it's going to be, of course, exciting to see him when he does play in a Manchester United jersey come pre-season. And if there is anything that could stop this deal from happening, it's probably just his medical. But the official report from David Ornstein says that we've reached an agreement with Atalanta for 35 million with 3.9 million pounds in add-ons, in bonuses. The personal terms have already been agreed on a 4-year contract, and the medical still needs to be completed. So the only way the deal doesn't happen, as I said, is if he fails his medical, which I think is very much impossible. So this has to be the start. This cannot be the only midfield signing. There has been lots of wide reports speaking about potentially bringing in three midfielders this summer with the likes of Mateus Fernandes, Adam Morton, Carlos Baliba, Tonali from Newcastle. These are all the names that are being linked to us after we have now officially completed the Ederson deal. Now, yes, Elliot Anderson, Chouameni from Real Madrid are the top two targets, but again, very difficult because Anderson looks like he's going to Manchester City, and that looks like it's already done. And Chouameni, the president Florentino Perez keeps saying that he's not going anywhere, and there isn't any news coming out of him itching for a move away. So perhaps we are going to be looking to build the squad this summer rather than bring in that superstar midfielder that we know will come in and do the job immediately. But it's still early. The transfer window still has to open, but deals can be done beforehand. So when it does officially open, players are just signing deals and then basically we move on from there. But again, let's not get too excited about Edison. There's still lots to come in this transfer window. There's still World Cup players that will be linked to Manchester United, so we have to look out for them as well. But it's good. It's a nice start by Ineos and Manchester United to know that we've got one player in the door before the World Cup. There might be another one, potentially Mateus Fernandes, which seems like the next target that Manchester United are going to bring in before the World Cup, the midfielder from West Ham, who were relegated, so his price will also not be too high and very much negotiable for Manchester United and Ineos. So there are exciting times ahead, but we need to be very, very calculated in terms of how we approach this season, because too many times we've been in a situation where we finish in a top four position and then we make the signings, and then come the new season, it ends up just completely rotting away and we have our manager sacked and everything just seems to go downhill from there. So let's hope this time around it's different. And I certainly want it to be different. I want Michael Carrick to succeed. I'm going to back him. Same goes for Ederson. He might not be that first choice midfielder, but the moment he puts on that red jersey, I'm going to be supporting him 100%. So I hope for his sake that he has a good career at Manchester United and that he does come in and be a player that we can rely upon, that can be dependable when we need certain moments where players are injured or there needs to be rotation involved. I hope that Ederson can do the job in that regard. But you let me know what your thoughts are on Ederson and, of course, his transfer to Man United. What you think about him being the first signing. Who else do you want Manchester United to bring in? Let me know. We'll talk about it in the comment section. Have a wonderful day further till we see each other again in the next one. Bye-bye, Red Devils. Thanks for watching. If you want more content on Manchester United, like, share and subscribe.